Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. I got this awesome Steve Garvey Diamond Kings from longtime subscriber Mikey G on Instagram. Great guy. He knows I collect these. This is one of my top PC items. And I didn't have a Garvey, so thrilled to add that to my PC. Thank you, Mikey. And so I wanted to talk about print runs. During my live stream on Sunday night, subscriber Steve Audio, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Steve, posed the question, what are print runs like now compared to the olden days? And I thought that's a really interesting topic, and so do a lot of other people. And some people have been trying to calculate it. There are a handful of places out there that have tried to calculate it over time, and I'm going to try to compile what they have done into one video and talk through what we know, which isn't a ton, but I think it's still very interesting. So I've put some charts together here. My day job is, for the last 13 years, has been a data analyst or managing in the data analytics world. And so very simple. These literally took me 5 seconds, thankfully. First of all, we're only looking at tops, base sets. We're not going to look at how many update series or any inserts or anything like that. Only base. And how do you calculate this? It's easy to calculate nowadays with numbered cards, with odds on packs, because you can back into it by looking at the odds of numbered cards on packs or the odds of not necessarily numbered cards but inserts, and calculate how many base cards there have to be in the set to get to those odds. Now, we're also assuming that there are no further print runs, which there shouldn't be, but there's no regulation in the industry. And we know that in 1989, Upper Deck went through multiple print runs after they were supposed to have stopped because they were just making more money. And that's how we get that Ken Griffey Jr. millions of times. So first of all, Jason Ursiner, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right either. Names are hard, you guys. Why are they so hard? It's Ursaner, Jason Ursiner on net54baseball.com is trying to compile a database of print runs for everything. I'm only looking at the tops base. Jason has everything imaginable from 1951 through 1990, maybe the 1990s. So nobody really knows what the print runs were from 1952 through 1974. At least it's not public, it's not out there. If you do know, please let me know in comments. If you know anything I'm missing here, or if I've gotten anything wrong, point me to a source. I would really appreciate it. I've tried to avoid speculating. I've tried to avoid where there's no good evidence. These are all estimates, especially up through the 90s. And they're conservative estimates. So once you get to 1975, the estimate is between 250,000 and 500,000. But Beckett, in I think 1981, printed an article that said that was 380,000 was the number of cards per card, number of prints per card. So each card was printed 380,000 times in 1975. In 1980, that was up to 600,000 roughly. And there's a range here. I'm taking the middle of the range. In 1984, it's up to about 875,000 cards. So, you're getting into that junk wax era. In 85, they hit 1 million. And again, these are conservative estimates. Some people believe it's well over 1 million at this point. In 87, everybody's favorite junk wax set, 1987 tops, it was 2.5 million. 88 through 90, it was 3.5 million cards per card. It dropped a little bit, reportedly, in 1991, roughly 3 million. Then it was down to 2 million in 1992. Some estimates actually had 1992 at 6 million. Couldn't find any evidence there that it was that much higher, but either way, it was a lot. Donruss was producing roughly the same number, also Upper Deck, between 89 and 92 or so. It started coming down, of course, in 1983. Then, 1993. And then it's tough to find any any print run estimates, any production estimates from like 1994 into the right around 2010 or so. So then a Reddit user, Redditor, named lukewarm pizza, lukewarm_pizza, and Tops Production BB on Reddit, both come to some pretty similar conclusions from 2015 on. In 2015, it was 300,000 cards. That was the print run per card back in 2015. In 2019, it was up to 500,000. In 2021, it was 700,000. And in 2022, it was back up to 1 million. So those base cards, pretty overproduced, as you can imagine. And the more Fanatics produces retail, which they will, it's going to be in gas stations and everywhere again, the higher that number gets. And we'll talk about 2023 in a moment, but anybody who says this is just like the junk wax era, well, it's not, because there were no numbered cards, there were no real inserts back then. So, and this goes to my don't rip wax. All you're getting is junk and numbered cards that are rare to come to, which we're going to get to that in a minute too, and just junk. Don't rip wax, go buy singles. So then Scotty B Cards did a video showing 2023 where he was estimating, he was doing the calculation for 2023 Topps Series 1. And not all of Series 1 distribution methods are out yet, I don't think, so it's tough to really guess. So Scotty B was looking mostly at hobby boxes, and the print run is up, he said 30%. I calculated over 40%. I'm going to go with Scotty B and just say conservatively 30% or more print run, higher print run in just in hobby boxes. And then you have to assume that hangers and blasters are even higher, because they can just fill those, load them up at Walmart and Target. They're everywhere now. You can actually go out and get them. They are everywhere. And so you have to think that we are well over 1 million for 2023, or we will be before the entire print run is done. Now, hit rates are also, you've heard hangers have bangers. Well, they don't this year. 2023, I opened 3 hangers. It's impossible to say in 3, with a sample size of 3, you got no bangers, so hangers can't be bangers. But we know what the numbers are. We know what the odds are. And the odds are 2 to 3 times worse to get any hits in hangers than they were in 2022, from one year to the next. And also similarly in blasters, 2 to 3 times worse. So if you're buying retail, you're paying more money and you're getting less of a bang for your buck. Don't buy retail. Jumbo especially is much improved. The hit rates on jumbo boxes are way up. Hobby boxes are, I think, slightly down from last year for hit rates, but the good money, if you want to buy wax, is in the jumbo boxes, but they're all sold out everywhere. I think they're going for $200. When they came online last week or the week before, they were selling for $125 on Fanatics website, but they sold out within a few hours, and now they're going for $200 or more. We'll see that come down, of course. My recommendation would be to wait until those come down. So that's what I've got here. I think this is really interesting. Print runs are way up, you guys. It is crazy how much, it's more than quadrupled since 2015. And we're moving back into junk wax era print runs with a lot of inserts. So it is comparable with print runs, but it's much better with inserts. There's also a lot more sets that you can buy. We're only looking at the Topps flagship series here. You have dozens and dozens of sets, and there's actually a good chart out there about the number of sets and how it's spiked in the last 5 years too. Same thing with basketball. So I do daily sports card content. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. Let me know in comments. Did I miss anything? What else would you be interested in seeing for print runs? Are you aware of any sources for other print runs that I don't have? Anything between 93 and 2010 or 2015 or so, I'd be really interested in. So today is Thursday. Tomorrow I have Attic Find Friday. I am still deciding on what Attic Find I'm going to choose. It will be a vintage baseball video. And then this weekend, once again, I'm hoping to get to Diamond King Sports Cards in New Hampshire. And I'll do a video on that Saturday or Sunday. And I hope to put out 2 videos over the weekend, which probably put me up 4 straight days, in which case I'll be thinking about a streak again. But no, I won't do that. All right. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you had a great day.